for CADing, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to make a drawing out of your finished parts. So the reason that engineers and 3D print users make drawings is because this allows them to easily describe how to recreate their work and how their creation functions, how it looks, the dimensions, the materials, and it overall provides a blueprint to be able to understand and recreate a specific piece. So I'm going to be doing this for the cup I made in the previous video on revolving and extruding. Here it is. So you have to click the plus size here, plus sign, and do create drawing. And I'm going to be using the ANSI_CEng. So as it loads, there are a few different kinds of drawings that you can make, namely ANSI and ISO. These are both engineering standards. They're different kinds. ISO is used worldwide, while ANSI is used in the United States. So I have two cups here in my part studio. I'm going to create a drawing of the red one. So when I click on it, it shows me the circle. So this is actually the bird's eye view of my cup. So I'm going to place that down, usually in the bottom. And then it should load in the side view of my cup. So notice this is turned to the side. So I'm going to have to rotate this later, but I'm going to place this, I would say right here. And if I want to place down more perspectives, I'm always welcome to. I'm going to put down the isometric view here. Let me see if there's any other kinds. And there's this one. And I think that should be enough to be able to get people to know what my cup looks like all around. So these are kind of small. So I'm going to have to increase the size of these. So if I do, let's see, view properties, and then this is the, right now it's not really size, this is its default size, but if I want it to be a little bigger, then I'm going to change it to maybe 2:1. That might be a little too big. I wonder if it lets me type in a custom size. But I'm going to try to drag this around and see how it works. This fits. Okay. Notice it has a little scale thing now. View orientation, view properties. Here it is. And then this should be a 2:1. These are quite large just because I felt like just to get you all to see better. View properties, and not all of them have to be the same scale. I'm making it the same scale because I would say it's standard. Also, notice how the size of this one automatically changed. This is because it's not an isometric view, meaning it's treated more of as dependent on the other views. So if you change the size of one, the size of this one will change. But for the isometric views, you can really create any size. So this unfortunately covers my table here, so I don't know how I'm gonna fit all of this in. So I'm just gonna change this back to what it was. I wonder if you could create a custom one. We'll see. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that somehow fits. Sometimes you do have to move it around a little bit and decide. Okay, so next I'm going to dimension each of these parts, and I'm going to change my dimension text to be a little bit bigger under here. Units and precision. So let's see. Should be here, text height, arrowhead, 0.18. We'll see if that's big enough. That looks like it's larger than it was previously. We'll see. But, okay. I'm going to click on this dimension. And let's dimension that bottom up here. Okay, see, notice how small that text is. Let's change that. So this should be under dimensions. The text height, let's see what 0.20 looks like. Better, but that's not best. Let's do 0.30. That's good. The arrowhead, I think, is fine as it is. So we're gonna have our dimensions larger. Let's dimension this inner rim, that, and then the outer rim, like so. And I'm gonna drag around these dimensions a little bit simply because we have a lot of space. It's best usually not to have lines intersecting each other, but in this scenario, I don't really have a choice because there's so many spikes on the cup. But we do need to give out the measurements for those spikes, by the way. So let's do that next. So I'm gonna measure the length of here and the length here, and then I'll do the length here and the length here. Oh, it's the same length. So then I will not be redundant about it. Go to length here. These are the same length. I feel like that's self-explanatory, but I'm gonna start by, I don't know where there's a good, this would be a good opportunity for a detail view actually. So I'm gonna hold off on measuring the cups. I will measure the dimensions of the bottom and the top here, and then kind of drag this down a little bit. So, but I'm gonna hold off on measuring our spikes. So next, you're gonna want to use a detail. So now that my dimension is selected off, I'm gonna click on the detail view, and this allows me to place a circle anywhere in my drawing. So I'm gonna place one right here so that I can view the spikes. And I'm gonna place my detail view here. And I do not like the scale actually, so I'm gonna click on view properties. I want to make it bigger, like 6:1 maybe. That's better. A little better, but it's kind of small, but we'll have to deal with it. But let me drag this up a little bit. Okay. So with this detail view, I can be more specific about my dimensions. So this is I'm trying to figure out the best way to put it. 0.13. And then I'll measure this. And the rest of these are all equal. So I'm gonna do that to the one all the way to the side just because I feel like that one is less crowded. I mean, this one. Okay. So next, we need to measure the angle of these. So dimension works with the angling too, like so. Just trying to figure out the best way to. I think an inner angle is the most useful for people. There really is no good way to put it though. So I might just use an outer angle and just, yeah. And then the rest of these are all equal to each other. So we have our spikes effectively measured. And let's see, for the isometric view, there's generally no dimensions to put for that. We do have all of these measured fine. So I think that we are ready to fill in the text here. So I'm going to deselect this. Notice it already fills in my name and the date of the video, so no one really approved it yet. Size C, because that's kind of the drawing that I was going for. And then for scale, this is a 1:1 scale. I'm doing my accurate dimensions, but I will give it a title. I'll call it Red Cup with Spikes. And let's see. Give it a check mark there. Let's see. There's really nothing else here. Material, I'll put plastic. Finish, and there should be none. I wonder where the text got so big. Weight, I'm not really sure about the weight. That's really all the information I can give. But now, if someone wants to recreate this cup, they can refer to this drawing, copy the dimensions and then they're able to recreate it. So that's all for the drawings workshop. I hope you all enjoyed it and check back for some more videos. Thank you.